It is another number. You mentioned the number of deaths. Well, there is another huge number here in the United States. It's more than 26 million people having lost their jobs since the beginning of this outbreak. And that's really the balance that governors are trying to hit between the public health issue and the economic downturn that this outbreak and these lockdowns have brought upon the United States. And we're seeing the population overwhelmingly saying that they want to continue with these lockdowns, but we've also seen some smaller protests popping up a little bit across the country, asking for these governors to lift these lockdowns and to let them get back to work. And that's what some have done, including in Georgia, which is the most specific and the widest reopening that we've seen so far, something that even Donald Trump, which has been a close supporter and ally of that governor in Georgia, said that that might not be a good idea, that it might be too soon. In Georgia, they're reopening things like nail salons, like hairdressers, tattoo parlors. And the reason it's so odd to see Georgia reopening these businesses is not just that it's very hard to see how physically you can be sitting 6 feet away from someone trying to cut your hair, but the reason is, as a state, Georgia has not met any of the guidelines set by the government. They don't have the numbers of new cases going down steadily over the past 14 days. Instead, they're seeing numbers going up, and they also have one of the lowest rates of testing in the country. And that's another guideline the government has set: have expanded widespread testing capacity, which Georgia does not have. So Georgia is really going a little bit against the wind here. People are hoping that this doesn't turn into a rebound, but some local officials, like mayors, especially in big cities like Atlanta, have been pushing back, asking their residents not to follow this reopening and to stay at home for the time being.